Hello friends and enemies, welcome to or back to Happy For Now. It's me, Isabel, here with your special manga check-ins. We are doing these every week in the month of September. Most of them will be on Mondays. I think there's a handful that are happening on a Tuesday, and like the final wrap-up one will not happen on a Monday because the end of the month is a Monday. So we've moved stuff around a little bit, but instead of like trying to do a mid-month check-in or that, I feel like with my goal of 90 volumes in 30 days, I think I need to make sure I check in with you weekly. We have some responsibility on my part to follow through on my goal because I'm telling you how I'm doing, and we'll just go ahead and tell you now, I'm behind. I'm a little bit behind. I do need to read about 6 more volumes, 9 more volumes to catch up to today, and that's okay. It's fine. Trust me, it's fine. Like, I literally have so much time this week to catch up, which is great. I do talk about the books I read in my weekly vlogs if you want that as well and you want to know before these come up. But the like quickie reviews will be here. On that note, where am I at? Where should I be at? So for September 1st through the 7th, reading 3 volumes a day to hit 90 and 30 would be 21 books. I've read 15. It's fine. I've read 15. I'm not mad about that though, because I have wrapped up a lot of things. I will say that I have wrapped up a lot of series. I have hit 14 of the prompts, which is also fantastic, which means I'm already working through my level 3 challenges. Again, also fantastic. And honestly, I'm just tackling a lot of things that have been lingering on my TBR and needing to be caught up on. So again, I feel good for the most part, even though I'm a little bit behind. And I do feel like even if you're watching this and you're behind, we are still only 9 days into the month. We have time. It's gonna be fine. I will quickly tell you what prompts, maybe. I should have brought my laptop because I can't easily see the prompts on my phone. Okay, so yeah, I've completed 14 prompts. I am not gonna go through each prompt today because I did a bad job at prepping my notes. But I'm 14 through. Next check-in, we'll check into where I'm at. But yeah, let's dive into the 15 volumes I've read so far and talk about them real quick. I paired everything together into series in order read, so we'll start from the beginning. First up, I did start my month with I'll Never Be Your Crown Princess Betrothed, Volume 1. This is the spinoff to I'll Never Be Your Crown Princess. I liked this. This was fun. This was enjoyable. This kind of continued the story exactly where it left off, so I'm not sure why we had a spinoff. If you liked the first 3 volumes, definitely pick the spinoff up. I think you'll continue to enjoy the series. I'm unsure. I'm still going to hold on to it. I'm still going to pick up the next couple volumes of this to see what I think. I have no idea how many it's supposed to be. So depending on that, we'll determine what I think after I read like volume 3. Then I read one of my favorites, The Villainess and the Demon Knight volume 3. This recently came out and I'm so glad I'm already caught up. I love this series. I'm really sad I have to wait for volume 4, but it is what it is. This continued their story really nicely. It followed their romance. And I just had a good time at the end of the day. I really love their dynamic. They're very fun together. And I'd be excited to, probably when I get volume 4, read through all of them again to refresh my memory fully and just like have a good time. Then I did read I Married My Female Friend volume 3, another one that I absolutely love. This is by the same creator as Donuts Under a Crescent Moon, which I really enjoyed. My only qualm with this mangaka is that every series they do is too short. I always want more. I don't understand how we're wrapping up in 1 more volume because I want more. I'm not done with it. I still want more. Why can't we have more? So there's that. This is fantastic. We continue our progression of them realizing that they don't want the fail-safe option that they have, which is that like if they find someone else they fall in love with, they can end their marriage and maybe perhaps they've just always meant to be together. This was water on the cover. I know that for the prompts. I'm sorry, I did such a bad job writing down what ones I did. Then I read volume 9 of A Sign of Affection, so I'm current with this series. I did use this for favorite color on the cover, which is pink. I do love pink. We're moving in together here, and our sweet little beings are just adorable and precious, and I continue to be obsessed with them. There's no volume of this that has disappointed me yet. Then we have a series I finished, and I'm going to revisit at some point, and that is Bite Maker. I read volumes 10 and 11, which wrapped the series. Midway through volume 10, I was like, I don't know if I like this. And then I finished it and I kind of liked it more than I thought I would. I've been having a very rough time finishing series lately, which I think y'all know about. Something's Wrong with Us was perfect, and then a lot of other series have fallen flat for me. In fact, we have another one I'm going to talk about that I'm unhauling in a minute. But this was fun. I had fun with this. I will be curious to revisit it in probably another year or so. And if I don't love it, I will unhaul it. But right now, I like it enough to keep it on my shelves. This did wrap up pretty nicely. I liked, you know, we revealed her Omega status at the end of this. Like, things start to change in the world for them. That was nice to see. There's like a game element added halfway through volume 10 that I just didn't love and didn't care for at the end of the day. So there's that. Then on the Viz Media app, I read Let's Do It Already. I was really tired and did not want to hold a book, so I picked up a digital. And honestly, this was really fun and cute. I don't think I will buy this physically. I'm hoping we get more chapters added to the Viz Media app as time progresses here. I do know volume 2 just released. This is about a boy that goes to an all-boys school and is coming into his family's role in the government, and like, it's very important, has bodyguards, all this stuff. And this girl who has a crush on him, and they end up forging a relationship, and basically like there's a lot of rules around how they can and cannot interact, including not touching and all these sort of things. So it's just really fun. So the title and the cover, I feel like, make it seem like it's a lot hornier than it is, and it's really not that horny, honestly. It's kind of baseline to me in a way. But yeah, it's really fun and cute. I really enjoy that like they have to implement rules about their texting because he like can't control himself basically to not text her all the time. It's very like young love, and it was really cute and fun. So I had a great time with it. Another one is Bad Boys Happy Home Volume 3. I liked this. It was a good conclusion. Massive content notes on this series on the whole because there's a lot of pedophilia, sex trafficking, and things like that. I don't love the art in this. This has very shonen art, which is one thing I saw. The mangaka normally does shonen, I believe, titles, so that makes sense. Something about the art bugs me. So while I enjoyed the story, I don't see myself ever revisiting it, so it is actually being on hold, and it's gonna get traded in at McKay's. So there's that. But I did enjoy it. Like, it was fun. I don't think you shouldn't read this. I just don't know that I'd want to own it forever on my shelves, because like I said, it's just not my favorite BL I've ever read. But yeah, it had a wonderful conclusion. I felt like I enjoyed that element of it a lot, but it wasn't enough to like make me want to own this forever. Okay, then we read another one that's a favorite, which is Hi, I'm a Witch, and my crush wants me to make them a love potion. This was a wonderful volume 3. I know volume 4 is currently out. I need to get volume 10 of Cheeky Brat because I thought I had it and I do not. So I might pick up volume 4 of this when I do that. I'm not sure yet. This was adorable. This was a great continuation. He comes and saves her at the end of this volume. She also meets the princess in this volume, unknowingly has to deal with some witch phobia that people have. I just continue to love this. It's a very fun series. I know I use this one for foliage on the cover since there's so many plants, flowers, leaves, all of it. So that was fun. Absolutely delightful, delightful volume. Okay. And then my babies, my beloveds, I did indeed catch up almost on Yona. So I have Yona's volumes 39, 40, and 41 here. And you know what? I have 42 sitting downstairs and I will be reading it this week because I had such a good time in Yona. I cannot recommend this if you want a fantasy romance with a lot of political intrigue, a lot of plot, a lot happening on page. This is the series for you. If you are definitely like in search of that and you haven't picked up Yona, you need to. I love Yona of the Dawn. I'm a little sad I'm going to be caught up, but I'm also very ready because I've spent a lot of time not being caught up. So it's kind of nice to now be caught up on this series with these 3 and one more downstairs this week, hopefully. So yeah, I have continued to love this. I don't want to give a ton away because I'm so far into this story. I mean, 41 volumes in. But I will say this, I am happy and nervous with where we are right now with 41, and I'm happy I have 42 to pick up. But I have loved the growth we've seen with Yona throughout this series because she truly has grown so much as a character, and I feel like these volumes, these 3 volumes especially, have shown even more of that growth. So I love her. I'm not joking when I say this series was like marathon. This week was like marathon series and get caught up week for me with my mangas because BL Metamorphosis volumes 3 through 5. We did it. We read the whole series and loved it. I had such a good time with this series. This is about a girl and a grandma who love BL mangas, and they share that love together, including tabling at a market, and it is precious and sweet and adorable, and I just love the way it talks about friendship across ages. It's so good. Y'all, it is so good. I cannot recommend this series enough. It's also complete at 5, so, which is just nice. It doesn't need more. I think it was perfect here. I would take like a bonus story with them, but I'm also very happy with where we ended up. Definitely a 4.5, 5-star series for me. Next, we have my favorite, which is Yakuza Fiancé Volume 8, which just came out. I knew as soon as this hit my doorstep on Friday, I would be reading it within 24 hours. And I did, which should surprise absolutely no one. My favorite thing about Volume 8 is we got a lot of his backstory. So I think that Hiroshimo's backstory was really relevant to the story and it helped give us a better insight to his character. And I loved that. I really did. And I'm like very ready for Volume 9 already, even though I know we have a wait. There's just no way we don't. So that sucks. But I just really love this. I felt like it gave us a good idea of why Kirishima is the way he is. And we really get to see that Yoshino is also like developing feelings for him. that are maybe more than she expected. Fantastic continuation. Last but not least, I did read Before You Discard Me, I Shall Have My Way With You, Volume 2. So I picked up Volume 2 because I remember, if you were here, I read Volume 1 and was very unsure on this series. And now I read Volume 2 and I'm like, wait, I like this a lot. I really like this series. Volume 1 is very heavy on like forced sex basically happening. So this one, we watch Agnes getting her due with Lucy, her ex-fiance, and him confessing things. And we start to see the full picture of the harm done, the relationship, his inability to communicate with her. Doesn't excuse it, definitely like proceed with caution on this. But I think this one is just like really fun and interesting. Like it was just much better than Volume 1. It still definitely has some questionable consent issues happening, but it was like such a marked improvement to Volume 1 that I was shocked. Like Volume 1 was like a 3, if that. This is like a 3.5, 4. I will be picking up Volume 3 and seeing how I feel. So that's everything I read in the last week. I've already taken my stack down for this next week, but I'm really excited. I will be catching up on Yona with that last volume. I'm hoping to read Apothecary Diaries and some other stuff next week, / this week, because you're watching it this week. But I'm hoping to read some of that stuff and get caught up on some more series. And also, I've pulled like the first 3 volumes of Queen's Quality, because one of the challenges is to read 10 volumes in one series, so I'm going to read that. So hopefully this week I will get through a good chunk of Queen's Quality, ideally through volume 9, and then I'll read 10 and 11 digitally, if I do manage that. But yeah, let me know in the comments how your 30 and 30 is going so far. Like I said, if you're behind, you're not really behind. We're not that far in. Y'all have time. You have some time to catch up still. Honestly, if you're like 1 or 2 behind, I feel like that's a pretty easy catch up. That's just like getting caught up again and sticking with it. So we'll see how I do. I think I can do it. I still think I can hit 90 and 30. I just need to buckle down and read a lot of manga in the next couple days to catch up again and then get ahead. I'll probably do like a reading manga for 8 hours, like it's my job situation in my weekly vlog maybe. I don't know. We're gonna do something like that here to catch up. So it's happening. I'm determined to do this. But yeah, let me know your favorite thing you've read so far if you have been reading and participating. And if not, let me know if there's something you know I have that you think I should read. If you don't do any of that, you can leave me a flower emoji. I feel like we had a lot of florals on the covers. Let me know in the comments, all that stuff. I will have links to all these manga for you down below, links to my friend anywhere on the internet. And I will chat with y'all in just a few days. Bye!
Already packing, come with me. I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be. Life with no distractions. We'll get away. This is what